Welcome back. If you're like me, you're pretty excited about 2025 because we're about to get new tax-free savings account contribution room. Now, it looks like we're going to be getting, give or take, $7,000 for 2025, although an official number has not been listed. On today's video, I'm going to take a look at a couple of different companies and maybe even an ETF that I'm considering using my contribution room on. I'm going to put the entire contribution on the one company or ETF. So I'm going to start off with Google. Now, Google happens to be currently my third biggest holding. I am very confident in this company. I think adding to it here is a good idea, frankly. I mean, they just had earnings. They did really, really well. They surprised the street even. There's a big uptake, and I still think it's a good value. We're still at a PE ratio that is much lower than the big companies in the S&P 500 here. We're around 23, but this isn't forward-looking. And it does pay a nice little dividend of 0.46%, and this is only going to grow in the future. Now, additionally, with Google, something to remember is that they currently have debt, but they have more cash than debt. So they can wipe their debt clean anytime they want and just be not obliged by anything. Now, I don't think that's a good idea to do, and Google's not doing that because they know they can still get cheaper money than their rate of return. So why would they pay it off? But that should be something that makes investors in Alphabet sleep well at night. The next company I'm thinking about adding is Amazon. Now, Amazon happens to be my second biggest holding. I do have a fair amount of my net worth invested in this company, and for good reason. I think it is a beast. Now, the way management runs this company, I don't know how to put this. It's not optimized. It's not optimized for growth. They spend so much money on CapEx and just weird little projects that if they decided to tighten the belt, this company would fly up in value. Now, I don't know if or when they're going to do that. I would imagine that they will eventually. And shareholders are going to, it's going to go really, really well. That's my humble opinion. Amazon does not trade as cheaply as Google does, but I feel like this is a safer bet for the long term. Google has a few headwinds, such as search competitors, etc. We're not going to get into all of that, but this is a sleep well at night company. In my opinion, it can do no wrong in the long term. Just take a look at what they're doing. Their value add propositions, even on their streaming service, have been nuts lately. They're in talks for NBA. They already have NFL games. They're really, really coming at that spot for the second best streaming platform. Netflix is the best, obviously, but they're just a great company. Never mind their web hosting. It's unbelievable. Now, I recently talked about ASML in a video I've done. This is my most recent addition to my tax-free account. I have about 1% of my net worth invested in this company. I'm down a little bit as of now. This one's more choppy in the short term, but I feel great about it. Long term, the valuation, it's tough. This is a high valuation for good reason. It's the best monopoly on the planet as of now. Things always do change, though. I would say this has the most risk in the short term of all the companies we're talking about today, but I feel confident at these prices to hold for the long term, so I might add some. I think it's really going to depend on the prices and valuations of the company come January. And the last option I'm considering is the Vanguard S&P 500 Index ETF in Canadian dollars, ticker symbol VFV on the TSX. Now, this is the most boring one out of all of them. This is just buying the American S&P market. I don't find a lot of fun and enjoyment in this. I like getting a little bit of alpha in my picks. So this is still a possibility. We'll see. The other companies that I've listed today might jump up in valuation, and I might say, wow, I don't think now's the time, and I might park my money here. But these are all the things I'm considering putting my tax-free savings account new contributions in 2025 in. Let me know what you guys are buying if you see any good valuations out there on amazing companies. All right, thanks. See you in the next one.